Yes, folks, I know we're all sick of this pandemic, but America's physicians are calling for scaled back traditional gatherings to help prevent further spread of COVID 19 this holiday season. Susan Bailey, MD and President of the American Medical Association, is my special guest. Welcome, Susan.
Thanks for having me.
Well, Susan, you really, you're saying listeners can do your part to ensure they continue to care for themselves and loved ones. I mean, how can we meet our goal of defeating the virus and ensuring we are all able to celebrate together again in 2021? Why are doctors so concerned about holiday gatherings?
We have seen repeatedly this year after holidays surges in cases. We saw it after Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, Halloween, and now we're in the post-Thanksgiving surge of cases, which are at an all-time high. And we are asking everyone to really buckle down at the end of 2020. We're all ready for it to be over, but we need to be extra safe. And we're making sure that people know that, yes, wearing masks works. It makes a difference. We're asking people to be sure and wash their hands, be extra concerned about physical distancing and avoiding large indoor gatherings. And really, if you're going to have an indoor holiday celebration, limit it to just those folks that live with you. Keep that gathering small. But if you're going to have others outside your immediate household, then try to schedule something outside. In Arizona, that's possible to do at Christmas time for the most part. And outdoor gatherings seem to be much safer than indoor gatherings.
Yeah, it must be very frustrating for you, Dr. Bailey. I mean, you see so many in groups not wearing masks. They just don't seem to care about others' lives. It's very selfish. And, you're overburdened. The health systems in some areas will ultimately consume capacity of the healthcare system. And what it will do, won't it? It'll reduce the availability of care in many places of the country.
Well, and that's exactly right. And we need to remember that people are still going to have heart attacks. People are still going to have automobile accidents or slip and fall and break a bone. And we want those hospitals to be ready for you if that happens. If they're overwhelmed with coronavirus cases, you might not be able to get the care that you need right away because the hospitals are so overwhelmed. So we're asking everyone, hopefully one last holiday season, to buckle down, wear your masks, limit your gatherings, and wash your hands as often as you can.
Well, Dr. Bailey, let's look at some tips to celebrate safely, okay? Follow any state, local, territorial, or tribal health and safety laws. Practice physical distancing of at least 6 feet apart. Wear a face mask. Wash your hands frequently. And if you do live in a warmer climate, you're right, consider having a holiday dinner outside. Just don't let the bears eat you. If you will, be in person. Consider a strict quarantine for 2 weeks in advance. Take care in getting there by considering driving and finding safe lodging. Now, limit the number of people attending. Spread out as much as possible. Use disposable utensils and plates. That's a good one. So, in fact, just consider a virtual gathering, And by the way, for more info about this, you can visit folks www.ama-assn.org. And we'll mention that a little bit later. What are examples, Doctor, of creative ways the physicians are celebrating without endangered loved ones and other medical providers?
Well, we're using video conferencing. So much of us have gotten used to using platforms like Zoom to go to church, to go to school, to go to work. Well, let's use them to celebrate the holidays. Get together with friends over Zoom and watch a Christmas movie together or presents together, decorate cookies or, show off the decorations at your home. We can make some new holiday traditions and make some new holiday memories by celebrating differently this year. My own family had Thanksgiving dinner virtually, even though we were all in the same city. We all sat down, got on Zoom, and ate Thanksgiving dinner together at our respective houses, and it actually turned out to be a lot of fun. So you don't have to deprive yourself of being with your loved ones, or just do your traditions a little bit differently this year. The cavalry is on the way. Vaccines are coming. And let's just buckle down this last holiday season and hope for a better 2021.
Doctor, I look at it like the last battle. We've hung on, and they think they're going to get us. But you know what? Just because the vaccines are being seen on, television and heard on radio and online, and, the cavalry is coming, it doesn't mean that we've got to drop our guard, does it?
That's right. And even when you get your vaccine, I'm going to say when instead of if, when you get your vaccine, you still need to keep wearing your mask, keep your physical distancing and hand washing up, because we're not quite sure yet whether or not the vaccine can keep you from giving COVID-19 to other people. We know that it will keep you from becoming severely ill yourself. So we need to wait until the rate of cases in our communities is way, 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 way down before we can stop, wearing masks and social distancing.
Well, Dr. Bailey, given the serious risks, it's understandable why doctors are so concerned about holiday gatherings. I know the American Medical Association, you're trying your hardest, your message, you're trying to get it out there. Stay safe during the holidays. It's difficult. Don't relax, and forget about everything, really, isn't it?
It is. And COVID fatigue is real. Everyone is so tired of this. We miss our family. We, miss our friends. And this is such a natural time of year to gather and to celebrate. What we need to do now is to buckle down. Let's keep those gatherings very, very small and intimate next year. Count our blessings, take care of ourselves and each other, and hope for a better 2020.
Well, Doctor, what was it, 2 days ago, we've had our worst surge in Arizona, particularly down in Tucson where I am, COVID-19 surging. What are some other ways that you think we can stop the spread of the virus?
I think that we all, first of all, just basic common sense, taking care of yourself. Get plenty of rest, eat a good diet, get some exercise. You don't need to waste a lot of money buying supplements or vitamins or anything like that. We think right now that wearing masks, washing hands, and physical distancing really are the best tools that we have in our toolbox right now to prevent the spread of COVID-19. And another tip, if you smoke, now is a great time to quit. Because that tobacco smoke, lung disease, and COVID-19 are a terrible combination. Many of the patients with chronic lung disease that have ended up severely ill from COVID-19 are patients with a history of smoking. So if you needed anything to motivate you to quit, the specter of COVID-19 severe disease is something that you should think about.
Well, you're right on that one. It scares the living daylights out of me, Doctor. I quit, 25 years ago, but I still have a touch of COPD,
great.
You know what I mean? So I'm very nervous when I go out and wear the mask all the time, no matter where the devil I go, Should we be hopeful, do you think, about the vaccine?
Yes. The AMA has been following the development of COVID-19 vaccines very carefully, and we feel confident that every precaution has been taken. People think that these have just kind of appeared out of thin air, but really, scientists have been researching coronavirus vaccines for years, and they knew how to make them. We just had to put the, fine-tuning on these vaccines once we knew exactly what the genetic sequence was, and were able to produce them remarkably quickly. We didn't have to grow them in eggs and do some of the things that typically take a long time to develop vaccines.
Mm-hmm.
These vaccines are safe. They appear to be incredibly effective. Over 95% effectiveness. That's great for a vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got the Pfizer vaccine, the Moderna vaccine is next. And then there's several more that are waiting in the wings that should be authorized in early 2021. So we are very hopeful that we can get the vast majority of our population immunized by summer of next year. And
That's good.
yes, it is. It's really very exciting. But in the meantime, we still got to keep wearing our masks and physically distancing and wash our hands even after we get the vaccine, because we're not completely sure yet if the vaccines can keep you from transmitting COVID-19 to others. It'll keep you from getting severely ill, but we don't have the data yet to know that you won't be contagious at some point in time. We're hopeful that you will. We just don't have that data yet, so we got to keep those masks going for now.
Yep, we just got to live with it. And, and just do what we got to do. Okay, now, would you like to give that website address for me, Doctor?
Yes, the AMA's website is ama-assn.org. And there's also great information at the Centers for Disease Control website, cdc.gov.
Fabulous. Thank you, Dr. Susan Bailey. Lovely to speak with you. You're doing a great job in there. Keep up the good work, and I'm just so grateful for what you guys do. Thank you. Okay?
Thank you, and stay safe.
Susan Bailey, ladies and gentlemen, medical doctor and president of the American Medical Association, here on The Mark Bishop Show.